CMPradio.net, man. You already know it's your boy Uncle P. And tonight I don't wanna sadden anybody or upset anybody. But tonight we're gonna talk about a tragedy that took place on February 4th of this year. A young man, a young kid, a young community member, Ny'Leek Ellison was struck, right, getting off the Septa Bus by someone who went around the bus and hit him. His mother was waiting for him to come across the street. We're going to talk to the family. We're going to hear how he's doing, how he's progressing. We're going to ask questions of the family to get their feelings. Also, June 14th, we're having a carnival. And the proceeds are going to Ny'Leek's care, right? So come out, have fun, community, let's step up, let's support, let's help. This is what community is about. This is what our community is about. This is what Chester does, right? So let's get into this interview right now. I have Nita Carrington, Micah Ellison, and Nadir Ellison, brother. How y'all feeling tonight?
Good. I'm feeling okay.
I'm blessed.
Yes. Blessed by the best. Let's start at the very beginning. Mom, can you walk us through what happened the day of the accident?
Okay. So on February the 4th, 2024, I was waiting for my kids to come home from school. Ny'Leek and Nadir. We was about to go to Philly. And 2025, I'm sorry, you guys. We was about to go to Philly, and I was so excited because if y'all have sons, y'all know how boys can be. Boys is hard-headed. And my boys, they good kids, but they hard-headed. They typical boys. Like, they don't listen. So this particular day, I tell them, hey, come straight home. We got something to do. We got to go handle some business. Going to go support a family member. And I was so excited because they was on time. They got off this Septa Bus, and the Septa Bus pulled up at 3:56. They was getting off the bus. They was about to get off the bus. Our bus came at 4:10. So that made me even proud of my boys because they was literally on time. Didn't play like they normally play. They came straight home. And it was like, I feel like they should have played. They should have been lead. They should have been boys that day. They should have not listened. Because only if they didn't listen, it might have not happened. He might have just been a little bit late and missed what happened to him. But he was on time. Did what his mom said do this time. And as he getting off the bus, I got my arms open to embrace my son because just like I'm happy, he was happy to see me standing there waiting for him to get off the bus. And I got my arms open to hug my son. But in the midst of it, I'm stopping traffic coming one way so that, he can be protected one side. And this car, I see in my peripherals, is coming around the bus. Like I see it, and I'm yelling to stop either my baby or this car. And neither stopped. My son nor this car stopped. And I had to witness my 8-year-old get hit by a car. And for the last 4 months, I had to watch my baby go through the worst of his life. He wondered why he like this. And when is he gonna ever get better? I can't even answer that. As a mom, I'm hurting. Not because I seen it. Because as a mom, you nurture your children. And for me to be there and not be able to save or protect my child is the most horrible thing a mother can go through. The horriblest thing a mother can go through. But watching my baby in these last 4 months do the things that he do, I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of my son because I watched the worst of the worst, and now I'm watching the best of the best. I'm watching my son be blessed by the God Almighty. I'm watching my son go through something that normal kids can't survive. Something that human adults can't survive. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Dad, I know I didn't send too many questions your way, but I have one for you. Like, how do you feel, and how do you cope with the anger that I know you feel? Right, but you have to continue to move forward. Right, how does your day feel?
Well, I say every day that I'm happy to be alive
Absolutely.
because it's a lot of people in this world that didn't wake up
Right.
this morning.
Right. Blessed.
And
Yes.
I gotta thank the man above.
Yes. Yes.
And he walked with me to deal with what I'm dealing with. Like, I mean, I got a lot on my plate. I'm not gonna get into it
Right.
because it's we'll be on here all night long. But it's about my son,
Yeah.
my 8-year-old son. I'm 50 years old, and to endure what I'm enduring, I gotta leave it up to God.
Yes. Yes.
I have to.
You have to. Right. There's not a lot.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, life still goes on.
Right.
You know,
Right.
he still got bills.
Right.
He still got to eat.
Yes.
And stuff still needs to get done for my son.
Right.
And, you know, and me being the person I am, I'm going to make sure that it get done. Like, I don't have the time for the negativity right now.
Let's go back to when the doctors came and told you, or how did they come and tell you what was wrong and what was his prognosis?
So we're gonna go back a little bit further.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So when Ny'Leek got hit by a car, like I said, I was there. So when I watched my son lay on the ground, to be honest, I thought, he was gone.
Right.
So when he got to the hospital, which was Crozier, they rushed him to Crozier. I don't remember if he had the tube down his throat at Crozier, or they put the tube down his throat at Chop. But I know when I actually can touch and, console my son, he had a tube in his throat. And the doctors came in after, they let us, come over our son. It was only me and Dad can go in there or whatever. So I'm over my son. And they come in after a little bit and was like, your son have a spinal cord injury. So I'm in the medical field, but when they say spinal cord injury, I'm not thinking, hey, my baby, they about to tell me my baby about to be paralyzed from the neck on down. That's not what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting for somebody to tell me that the child that I just gave birth to is never going to walk again.
Right.
When they told me that, it felt like somebody punched me in my heart with the heaviest thing ever. It was like, how could you do this? We just was at the doctor's November the 22nd, which a day after he turned 8 years old. My son's birthday, November the 21st. And he went to the doctor's the day after his birthday. My baby was born with a vascular ring around his heart, tracheomalacia, asthma, bronchitis, a hernia umbilical cord, right? He had how many surgeries?
He had 8 surgeries.
No. Before he turned 6. What, 5? Yeah. He had 5 surgeries. 8 surgeries before he turned 6. And at 8 years old, the day after his birthday, his doctors told me
He was good.
he had a good bill of health. That was the happiest day of my life because they told me he was sick when he was 5 months, or I was 5 months pregnant with Ny'Leek.
Right.
So when they told me that he had a good bill of health, I was so happy. I was chilling.
Absolutely.
Because now I don't have to worry about him no more. I can let him be free and run like a kid.
Right.
Do whatever he want to do.
Right.
And February the 4th, it was like this man rearranged my son's whole entire life. It's like we back at square one, learning how to take care of my son. New norm.
A week after I turned 50.
Parents shouldn't have to endure nothing like this. Like,
what has been the hardest part of this experience, emotionally, physically, or financially?
Emotionally.
Get close to the mic.
Physically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just came out of the hospital on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. I know. Take your time. Take your time. I can, like I said, when I do these types of interviews, I don't want to press on anybody, right? This is your son we're talking about. This is him, you seeing him, and I know it's hard for y'all not to see him running around and you yelling at him, sit down, sit down.
That part right there.
Right? And it hurts. I can only imagine how this feels. I can only imagine.
Imagine your kid telling you, right? We was at the hospital. I don't take it in no way. I said something. And Ny'Leek is my kid that's, he challenging.
Right.
He like to touch everything. Right. I bought him shirts that say, we can't have nice things because of you. Only if you knew how to sit down. Like, I bought him shirts to quote, him.
Right.
And, I'm getting mentally prepared for him to come home. And I said, damn, at least nobody won't be able to follow with your stuff. Nobody won't mess with your stuff. I don't got to worry about nobody touching your stuff and me being worried. And my baby said, Mom, sometimes I feel like you happy I'm this way. And I didn't mean it that way.
I know.
I meant it where as though he was my challenging kid.
Right.
And he always touches stuff. But now I want to keep him safe.
Absolutely.
So I don't have to worry about nobody touching his stuff or me actually being worried because he was the toucher. But he took it as if I'm happy he can't move. And I'm not. I want to be able to yell at my son. I want to be able to see him running at me saying, Ny'Leek, sit your behind down. I don't have nobody to yell at.
Right.
It's boring.
Right.
Like, my life, I love my oldest son.
Right.
Like, this is my baby.
Right.
But we all can agree. Ny'Leek was the one.
Right.
He was the one to make your blood pressure go up, but then be sweet as pie right after that. Now he make your blood pressure go up, and he try to keep his spirits up because he know he should be running. He know he should be doing what we doing. He know he should be with us.
Right.
So when that doctor told me this about my son emotionally, I wasn't good.
I know you weren't.
And to this day, I'm not good. As a mother, and I'm speaking as a mother, I would trade my life for his. I would trade my life for his. Because no matter what he was and how he was, that was still my baby. I would give anything for him to be normal again. Anything for him to walk. It ain't about the money. Y'all can take all the money. Just give me the exchange of my baby walking again. Just to walk beside me one more time.
Right.
Y'all can have it all.
Right.
All of it. Physically, I'm trying not to be a bad person. And when I say by be a bad person, let my emotions affect my everyday living.
Right.
Because, yes, my son is paralyzed from the neck on down on a trach ventilator. But I have to be strong so that my son can be strong and know everything is going to be okay. God got him. Everything is going to be okay. But I want to hurt something. Like, I want to hurt something.
Man.
It's crazy. People may say I'm crazy. People may say, "Oh, mom." But I forgive. I forgive Cole.
Yeah.
I mean, Caleb Campbell. I forgive him.
Yeah.
I forgive him. Because without forgiveness,
You don't have anything.
we won't get our blessings. And I forgive him so that my son can receive every blessing that's coming his way. Because this is not the end. This is just the beginning of a new chapter for our family.
What's something about what's something Ny'Leek has shown you about his strength or resilience through all of this?
Ooh.
He keep a smile on his face. Like that's my son
Right.
through all the rain. What's going on?
A smile on his face. He keeps a smile on his face.
Every day. I understand he go through, little emotional things or whatever, but he always keep a smile on his face. Every time. Like, just to give you just a little bit about me. Like, my sister, she had stage 4 lung cancer. And I took him up there to go see her. That's my Aunt Tammy.
Right.
That's a favorite Aunt Tammy, only Aunt Tammy. So we go up there and he's kind of scared. Like, okay, she got the tubes and the oxygen and the IV. And when she went to give him a hug, he was scared.
Right.
And I
Take your time.
I said, because I'm the hard parent.
Right.
Or should I say the tough parent.
That's what a father's supposed to be.
I said, listen, that's your Aunt Tammy. You know how you feel about your Aunt Tammy.
Right.
I said, don't act like that. How would you feel if the shoes was on the other foot? So me personally, I spoke it into existence. And the time that I was spending with her, I took off of her and put it to my son. And I let her know that. And May 1st, my nephew called me like, "Oh, Mom don't look too good. Now she been there hospice for 3 days, and I don't think she's gonna make it." I said, "Listen, that was my sister before that was your mom. So let me determine what the situation was." And I went up there Thursday, which was the next day, which was Thursday.
Right.
He called me Wednesday. And when I seen her, I broke. I prayed on it. And I said, I'm her brother. Anything changed, give me a call, because she was asleep.
Right.
She died that night. She died that night. And to this day, my son don't want to see the pictures, whatever, because he feel bad.
Right.
And I feel as though that's my fault.
Right.
But that's something that I'm going to have to deal with.
Yeah. Our community is Your story is unique. When I tell people like our community is full of stories like this, I'm not taking anything away from your personal feelings. But these stories in our community are similar. We've had accidents happen where children make it, don't make it, are paralyzed, or severely hurt. But we got to keep moving, right? So I will pray for y'all. I've been praying for y'all, right? I didn't know y'all. I didn't know the family. And I'm not that person that just want to come up when things happen. Like I said, when Nasir called me yesterday, what I do? I went to work, right? I don't have a problem with when I'm called, I step up. I'm here, right? Chester Community Coalition is here. They have therapy, trauma-informed therapy, right? There's executive director was here yesterday while we were talking on the phone. She was like, yeah, definitely send them right there at Shiloh Church. It's just somewhere to go to talk about these issues. And Dad, I know how you feel, right? Not because I've lost a kid, but because I've gone through things where I had to talk to somebody before I did something crazy or did something that I felt as though I had to do, right? So, like I said, I'm here. I'll give you my number at the end, bro. You can call me, man. We can talk, man. Whatever you want to do, I'm here. I'm with you. And I want to... I know, Mom, I told you I was interviewing you, but I see his brother sitting right there, right? And I feel as though he has to say something. He wants to say something. How do you feel, Nadir?
Sad.
Right. Have you seen your brother?
I was there yesterday.
Right. When he sees you, what does he do?
You say hi with my little nickname he gave me.
Right. What's your nickname?
Dairy.
Dairy. But you don't like milk? You like milk?
No, it's
Dairy, like your name? Okay. All right. I get that. Now, having your brother in the house, how has that been?
He can't even eat dairy.
Right.
Like,
right. So there's a reason he called you that. That's why I said. You feel me?
He got me with that one.
Right.
like that's it brought me to my head. Like,
Right.
He got me with that.
Right.
so he allergic to chocolate.
Right. So
And,
that's
like
yeah.
milk. It
Right.
ain't good for him. He
Right.
can't drink milk. But
sometimes you got to think about the nicknames people give you. It's not associated with your name. He calling you Derek because you don't eat it. Right?
How about that?
So you also have to think, and I say this all the time, when God shuts the door on one of our skills, bro, if he takes your sight away, your hearing is awesome. Right? So if he's paralyzed from his neck down, that means his brain is awesome. His brain is going to be on point.
how your brother be when you come around?
he be cursing.
Right? That's how y'all communicate. Before, when y'all were on the bus, y'all started cursing the whole ride there. Right? And y'all know y'all were, right? So he's just letting you know, listen, man, I'm still me. I'm still here. Yes, I'm in this bed. I can't move, but my brain, I'm still here. I still remember you. I still remember how we played, right? So
Can't move just yet.
Yes, and that's what he say.
And he will. I believe he will at some point. But the faith has to be high with y'all, right? The faith has to be high, right? So you go see your brother, you talk to your brother, man. You feel me? You live for your brother. Everything you do now is for your family and your brother. That's what it should be anyway.
What's your song for each other?
I forgot.
Yo, you was just on the mic tripping, bro. Come on, let's get it. What are we talking about?
Me and my brother, we sing.
It's called Me and My Brother.
Right? Go ahead. You gonna sing it? You don't want to sing it? I get it. You're a little nervous. But when you ready to come and sing it, bro, it's nothing but microphones here. You feel me? I'll record you. You feel me? Something you can show your brother, something he can look at all the time to know how much you love him, right? Because that's real, right? You tell your brother you love him, you support him, right? And you continue to be that big brother that you've always been. Now it's just a little bit different, right? So
Tell him what you're doing to prepare your brother to come home.
Yeah.
Like you made some.
How about that?
You did some big things to prepare
Big
for your
things,
brother.
bro. CPR, cause you did CPR with me, bro. Like, what you mean?
CPR class.
Come on, tell the people.
Yes.
I know it's hard. I know it's hard. It's the first time I'm in front of a microphone, and it's a different circumstance. But like I said, I'm here. I'm here for you, right? I'm here for you and your brother.
What you come and do extra in this? You took a CPR class. Did you pass?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Flying colors, right?
Let's
You
go.
knew what to do, or they had to teach you.
He followed suit.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, look,
When he went in,
he had me beat. Look out, Dad.
what you got to do to help clear his airway?
Give him my section.
And if his suction don't work, what you got to do?
A cough assist.
And then after the cough assist, you got to do what again?
Another section.
Okay, good job.
Good job, Nadir.
How many compressions you got to give him with CPR?
30.
Let's get it.
And if the trait come out his neck, right, and he can't breathe, but you got to give him suctions, what do you got to do?
I gotta put it back in.
If you can't get it back in and he can't breathe, how do you help him breathe?
Get the backup one.
And what's the backup one?
I forgot what it's called.
The step down. You talking about the trait, right? It's called the step down. He 10.
Right. I know it's a lot.
And he learning it all.
But it's
Because he going to be a good big brother, right?
good big brother. You feel me? A good big brother. And don't let nobody tell you anything otherwise. Right? So, Mom, while you're there and you're looking at your son on the ground, the car keeps going.
Yes. I didn't even see my son on the ground yet when the car kept going.
Right.
So my knowledge was this car hit my son, ran him over, and dragged him. That's what I thought happened. But that's not what happened. My son got hit so hard, he flew in the air and then came down at the crosswalk. He got hit in the middle of the street. Huh?
About a half a block.
Yeah. So the bus stop is in the middle of the block on 9th and Tillman. It's in the middle of the block. So my son got hit from the bus stop to the intersection. To the intersection. And it's like I had a boot on my foot.
Right.
I tore my Achilles and my ankle. So I had a boot on my foot. So I'm trying to run to my son, but I don't even see my son.
Right.
The next thing you know, I hear Nadir saying, Ny'Leek. So when he said Ny'Leek, he running. Mind you, Ny'Leek and Nadir is side by side.
Right.
I didn't see the video.
Right.
I didn't see the video. They won't let me see the video. Dad seen the video. They won't let me see the video. They tell me I don't need to see the video. It's in my best interest if I don't see the video. I couldn't
this?
even, my lawyer,
Okay.
she said she don't think I should see it.
Right.
The detectives,
Right.
they all said they don't think I should see
Right.
this video because
I had to.
it's
I wasn't
traumatizing.
Right.
They don't want me to relive it again. But to be honest, I lived it, but I don't know what I lived.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
It happened too fast.
exactly.
Blackout.
Right. Not to take it off topic, but at 4 years old, I was ran over by a car, playing in a water plug. And you know how when you younger, I was born in the 80s, so they had the fire hydrant.
Yep.
It wasn't no swimming pool all the time. You go to the fire hydrant some days.
Yeah,
Put
boy.
it up.
Yes, and they had turned the fire hydrant up too high. And my mom said, turn it down for somebody get hurt. And that somebody that got hurt was me. From a car going the wrong direction. The car not supposed to go through the fire hydrant.
Right.
It's supposed to go around the bend,
Right.
but it went through the fire hydrant and ran me over.
Trying to get wet. Huh?
I was skinny, about this big. He said he didn't see me, so he ran me over. My mom had 6 kids. 4 of her kids was hit by a car. But I was ran over, and the other 3 was hit. My brother behind me was in a full body cast. Him and my son got hit similar. I was 10. He was 7.
Wow.
And we was coming from the supermarket with my mom. and we was going across the street. We was holding hands. We stepped on the pavement. I was on the side where the car was at, but the car missed me and hit my brother.
Wow.
Sent him 50 feet in the air, came down, broke his femur bone in his hip. Leg was over his shoulder, similar to my son. The only thing was my son came down face. He was flat down, and his hips to me looked it twisted, like it looked like his pee was on top and his butt was on the bottom.
Right.
And, you know, after they told me the injuries, he had a broken femur, a broken hip, pelvis. All that down there was broken. So my vision of what I seen maybe was right because everything looked upside down. My other brother, his namesake, had internal fixators in the lower part of his leg. Wow. My sister got hit, but we was going to get our butt whooped, so we didn't tell. Like, it wasn't bad,
Right.
but when she got older, it got bad.
Right.
But we couldn't tell because we wasn't supposed to be playing. We was playing, going to the store for my grandma, so we kept that a secret. But it was just like when my son got hit, I felt like it was a generational curse, you know, because me and my siblings got hit by a car. How ironic that my son get hit by a car the same way my brother got hit by a car with his big sister. My brother was 7. I was 10. My son is 10. His brother 8. Coming from school.
Right.
Nadir was on the side with the car. Ny'Leek was running to me. And my baby got smacked. It hurt really bad. So it was like, how did this happen? Like, it's a following behind generation. I just hope and pray every day that this don't happen to none of my other sibling kids. You know, don't happen to nobody kids.
Right.
But I just don't hope it don't happen to no more of my family. You know, because this is the worst feeling ever.
All those people pay attention. I've done it a couple times myself, like go around the bus and stuff like that.
Cautiously, though. I'm not
There
speeding
you
around,
go.
right?
There
If
you
I'm
go.
going around, I'm making sure. If you're going around the bus and stopping or picking somebody up, one or the other, make sure ain't nobody walking through and then go.
It's a red light.
And it's a red light, so you run the red light.
Yeah, I'm not. You know, I understand people will move fast from time to time, but you know,
Everybody's in a rush.
it's not what you do; it's how you do it.
How you do it? Absolutely. My
You know,
grandma used to
and
tell me that
by
all the time.
Listen, I live by that. I live by that.
And I was just getting ready to ask, what message would you like to send to drivers who ignore bus laws or drive recklessly in our community? Because this is how it happened. I got hit by a car.
Slow
I had my
down,
leg
huh?
broken by a guy speeding down the street. Broken. My
Keep it
ankle was up here. My bone was sticking out of my leg. Right. So
Need to slow down.
Say slow the beat down. It's a message from a 10-year-old. Go ahead.
I ain't got the beeps. I used to have the beeps on this joint, but I don't want you to curse anyway. Just say slow the beep down.
Slow the beep down.
Yes, please, please.
Slow down, save a life.
And if you don't have driver's license, first and foremost, you don't even belong behind the wheel. And take your time because you're not going nowhere but to that stop sign or the light.
You're rushing.
Let's get it.
I say it all the time. My son always says, "Dad, why you all?" I love traffic on the highway. It just gives me time to think because I'm going through life and gotta slow down, right? And when it's deadlocked and it's not moving, I'm praying that no one's hurt ahead of me. But at the same time, I'm like, all right, so what I gotta do? Okay, I gotta do this. It gives me time to think. He's like, you love traffic. I'm like, yeah, I do, right? Because it's congestion that gives you an opportunity to think about what you have to do when I get out of the car. What am I going to go do? And sometimes I get to rethink what I was going to go do and say, I don't even want to go there now, right? So, you know, I love traffic, but honoring the traffic laws. I was a person, I am guilty of driving without a license. I had my license, I lost my license, I drove for years without it. But when I came home from jail, I lived my life completely different. I serve the community. I'm here to help. I'm not trying to hurt it. So I got to make sure I'm correct in every aspect.
Put these shoes on. Imagine if that was you crossing the street.
Right.
What would you want somebody to do?
Slow down. Not hit me. Not pull
Slow
off.
down and make sure I'm safe.
Right.
I got a hip replacement. So just think about that flight.
Right.
You was a kid before.
Your grandma taking the time, going across the street. Like, what you gonna do?
You 22.
I
You don't know the traffic law, so you shouldn't be behind the vehicle.
I live my life by karma.
Mm.
People think all karma is bad karma. It's not. What you put out there is definitely what you're gonna get.
Every time.
I promise you.
Every time. Every
promise
time.
you.
Every time. There's no way to avoid it.
It may not come back to you. You may say, okay, I just passed that. But you got kids, grandkids. You got parents, grandparents. You got other family members that karma could come back and get. So just take your time.
Absolutely. How has the Chester community shown up for y'all, man?
I'm here to be honest.
Right, go ahead.
And I'm nothing but honest.
Okay.
For anybody that been following my son's story, know I'm nothing but honest. I'm sitting here with the me and my family, we the Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. It's us against the world.
Right.
So it was a little bit of resistance of us coming out here,
I know.
I'm the best. He know what it is.
Right.
Not the best. And when I moved out here, I'm a friendly person. I'm not Joe, but I'm a friendly person, and I know who to be friends with and who not to be friends with. But, I sat on my step, did my thing, listened to my music, and I chill. September the 25th would be 5 years I've been living out in Chester. I didn't like it. We used to say, I got into an argument with one of my neighbors over my children.
Absolutely.
I'm a stand
Right.
10 toes down for my kids, wrong, right. I'm going to check their badness when we get in the house. Right. Whatever happened, I'm going to check you in the house, and I'm going to address the situation right then and there. I'm a parent. Mm-hmm. I'm a grown parent. I'm not a child parent. I'm a grown parent. So I'm not going to embarrass myself, and I'm not going to allow nobody to embarrass me.
Absolutely.
I have kids, and I know how to conduct myself when it comes to my children. So I'm not going to allow somebody to scream and yell in my face. So we went back and forth. We had words. I called my protector or whatever. Mm-hmm. He like, chill out. You by yourself. Da-da-da-da-da. I had my sons. Mm-hmm. My kids was going to protect me no matter what the situation was. They was going to protect me because their dad was at work. Right. So they had me until their dad got there. Right. Long story short, we say, hey, she called her folks. They came down. We like, yeah, Chester stick together. So you better be quiet because nobody is there with you. Right. You better be quiet because Chester stick together. I say that to say our theories was never wrong. Mm-hmm. No matter how much he was against me moving out here, to say Chester stick together, Chester stick together.
Yes, we do.
Because when Ny'Leek Ellison, our 8-year-old, got hurt, y'all was behind me.
Stuck together.
Right. Y'all was behind me from the mayor coming to the hospital and, being there to support me and my family. Right. You understand?
To check on.
It wasn't just he came there because somebody got hurt in his community. It was a child that got hurt in his community.
Absolutely.
And he came to make sure that baby was okay. Not only did the mayor come, he had a foundation behind him.
Yes, he did.
The school came. Mm-hmm. And it's 4 months later. And those people that had my back, it multiplied.
That's a bill.
To the whole city of Chester, Delaware County, worldwide. That, watching my son's story and supporting my son, whether it's prayers, donations, whatever it may be, my biggest support team is Chester. Right. And I stand 10 toes down on that.
Mm-hmm. I respect it.
All the feelings how I felt when I moved here 4.5 years ago, I stand behind Chester too.
Right.
They didn't talk it, they showed it.
Right. They showed it.
And that's what we
That
did.
part right there.
That's what
he said.
Y'all showed it. I'm not going to say they. Y'all showed it.
Yes, we did.
And y'all constantly show it.
Right. We will continue to. If you're a part of us, we're a part of a family. It's like, It's like those two cousins that don't like each other, and then they come to the house, and then somebody comes to the house and disagrees with them. They both go outside and knock him out. Like that.
Yup.
That's what
That's
we
Chester.
do. We'll fight.
They will
we'll
argue with each other.
Yeah.
But
But-
when somebody come and they messing with their territory, they gonna stand up for
They
each
gonna
other.
stand up for each other.
Kids though, that's a big thing.
Right.
Is that the kids? It's about the kids.
Right.
It's about the
That's it.
children.
That's it.
Where we live at is on the corner of 9th and Tillman.
Right.
You know, right around where the accident happened or whatever. And it was so much shooting going on in that area, right? I'm on the corner. Through the grace of God, a bullet never came through my window. My baby is paralyzed from outside of our neighborhood, because inside of our neighborhood, he was standing next to a shooter. Some guy stood beside my son and started shooting. And that guy we serve protected my baby.
Yes.
Because it took one time for the person to shoot back and could have shot my son.
Yes.
But we covered by the blood of Jesus. Do you understand what I'm saying? That house is covered.
Right.
We've been living there for 4.5 years. It been shooting since we got there. We used to dive on the floor.
Right.
You know, meet at our bathroom.
Right.
We watched people get shot in our face. My kids was playing with a person in our neighborhood.
That was
And
about the kids.
he was playing with my kids. My son, my children do football. And this particular day, like if I can't do it, they help me out and take them to football. Dad ain't around. They step up and they help me with my young boys. And this particular day, he like, I can't do it. So he couldn't go to football practice. He got his equipment out the crib, his footballs, his cones. And the man that couldn't take him went out there and played with him, practiced with him.
Right.
And he said, Nita, I'll be back. He be like, I'll be back, young, because I got something to do.
And Ny'Leek wanted to go to the store with him.
And Ny'Leek wanted to go. And he said no. God worked in mysterious ways
He
in
does.
every way. Because soon as he walked away from my kids was bringing his equipment in the house. He walked off and got shot and killed. And we had to walk past him, and it was like he was holding his arm out, reaching for my kids. Help. And what could we do?
Right.
What could we do? We seen a lot out here in Chester. But I can say they really do stick together out here.
Yes, we
they
do.
stick together.
Yes, we do.
Watch out for their own. Watch out for their own.
So we're talking about community support. We're talking about care for Ny'Leek when he comes home. He's coming home soon. Hopefully.
Everybody pray. We talk about Ny'Leek care.
Right.
Visit any LPNs, RNs
That specialize in
that
trach.
specialize in pediatric, trach, ventilator. Please hit us up.
Right.
Whether it's Dad, myself. Y'all can go on Facebook.
Or either Ny'Leek himself.
And I was about to say, y'all can go on Facebook and look Ny'Leek up himself and inbox him. And we will definitely see it.
Right.
We are searching and hard. Right now, as of right now, they're waiting for a bed for my son to go into a living facility. My baby been down for 4 months without his family. There's no way in the heck
gonna let
my
that
baby
happen.
should be going to no living facility.
So what are the services or the nursing facilities telling you about? There's a shortage on nurses. What?
I wouldn't say it's a shortage on nurses. I don't want to seem modest of everything I just said.
Right.
Because everybody is not from this community that we're looking into.
Right.
And I'm not saying everybody, I feel like this to everybody. Life nowadays is about money.
It's all about money.
I'm being honest. I'm an honest person. And a person today proved that to me. I never wanted to look at it as that situation when it came to my son. But I had a woman call me today that want to help. I've been having a lot of people call me, a lot of people want to help. I don't know what help look like, to be honest with you.
Or should I say honest help?
Honest help. Legit help.
Right.
I don't know what that looked like. So when I'm talking to her, she asking me questions like running down questions so bad it pissed me off. Like it pissed me off because you asking me all these questions. Like, let me ask you questions. What is it that you here for? Is you here to interrogate me or find out my business, or you here to help? And after she asks questions, I got a little frustrated. I'm yelling, and she says, "Well, what's the pay rate?" My son 8 years old. For those who don't understand, he have insurance. Yes, he have insurance. So his medical situation is covered. We need help with my baby wear diapers. Our baby wear diapers.
Right.
So yes, Medicaid is going to cover that.
Right.
But just say we're going to be living a real life.
Right.
So he may have an accident once or twice.
Right.
He may need Pampers before his supply
comes in.
I'm in the nursing field. It happens.
It happens.
You know, he may run out of anything before it's time for his supplies to come.
Absolutely.
I just want to have a backup plan. And if I can get certain things that people not using anymore to give to us or whatever the case may be, that's something else the insurance don't have to pay for and they can focus on something else. You understand? Like Ny'Leek have a bid from insurance. Wasn't too sure people was going to donate bids to us, but his insurance paid for it. You know, where he at, they going to give him a wheelchair, but his insurance is going to pay for it.
Right.
You know, home health care services, his insurance is going to pay for it.
Absolutely.
So it's not coming out of our pockets. Nobody never have to worry about how they're going to get paid. If I'm asking for care for my son, if we asking for care, it's going to be taken care of. Nothing in this world is for free.
Nothing.
You know, nothing is free. So with y'all coming on our team, because there's a team over here. We are a team. So if y'all coming on our team, y'all going to be taken care of through his insurance. You can be with a company. We will come with your company. If you an individual person that got your license to do this, we have companies that's we talking to that you can sign up with.
So they're saying they is this a 8 hour? This is a 24-hour situation.
So for the first 2 weeks, it's 24 hours.
Okay.
And then 16 follow behind.
Okay.
But let this be known. Me and Dad are trained. So we know how to take care of our son. So y'all won't be alone. Like it's not y'all coming to our house and y'all doing everything for our son. No, that's not the case. You know, we going to step up and step in. But this is what they require. You understand me? So this is what we need. 24 hours for the first 2 weeks, then 16 hours a day following after. And we can work out the hours after 24 hours. Like they can come the daytime and overnight, and we have 8 hours in between with our child by ourselves, or however, whatever fits a person's schedule. But we need our baby home. We don't need him to go to a living facility.
We don't want that. We definitely don't want that. So if you're an RN or LPN and you're trach certified, ventilation certified?
Yes, so a LPN, RN, pediatric, trach ventilated license.
And when the nurse I called yesterday, she said that, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So, you know, Donna Williams, you know, I know you out there looking. I appreciate you. Parenting with a purpose. The family is deep, right? And however many people I got to call to make sure they show up and they show out for you, I got you, right? So you got a carnival coming up June 14th.
Yes.
That's right around the corner.
Yes.
That's a Saturday.
A Saturday. So not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. For
So,
those who follow me on Facebook, know the carnival is happening June the 14th from 1 to 6. If you say carnival, everybody should know what a carnival means. But for whoever don't understand, fundraiser, carnival. So you don't have to buy tickets. You can come, have fun. You don't have to donate. You don't have to buy tickets to have fun. You can come and have fun. There's going to be plenty of things to do without having to pay for anything. If you want to eat, yes, you're going to have to pay for food. If you want to play games, yes, you're going to have to buy tickets. It's going to be ran off of tickets, but it's going to be things for your child to do there besides tickets.
Okay.
It's going to be education for spinal cord injuries, quadriplegics, hit and run. So to bring a smile to my own face, my son received a book, some books, a coloring book, and a paddle in the mail. It was about traffic.
What?
So the one book, the reading book said, The Little Pedestrian Guide, Traffic Rules. And throughout the book, it had information about all types of traffic laws, how you supposed to cross the street, what you not supposed to do, and what you are supposed to do. But this the funny thing. It never showed no door information about going around the bus.
Right.
You send my child some information about being safe, but you never sent him no information. You never put no information in there about not going around the bus.
The Little Pedestrian Guide. That's crazy.
And this the coloring book. Traffic safety.
Paralyzed from the neck down.
This is what you saying.
A stop.
A stop sign.
A stop and go.
And go. Paddle. What was this for?
Thank you.
But like his dad said, thank you, because y'all heard me say the carnival is an awareness carnival.
Right.
Awareness fundraising carnival for my child, for Ny'Leek Ellison. Right. And we're going to use the book.
Right.
As we speak, I'm getting copies made of the book.
Absolutely.
For every child that attends the carnival.
Thank you. Yeah.
It wasn't used for my son.
Right.
But it can be useful for everybody that attend the carnival if you come with your child.
Okay.
The paddle, we got a game for the paddle. If you was born in the 80s, you know about red light, green light.
Yep.
So we're going to play red light, green light. I'm going to teach the kids about red light, green light.
Thank you.
So for whoever sent this anonymously, y'all really helped me out.
Thank you.
To share safety rules with the youth in the community.
Right. That's a
so
great
y'all
way to
thought
look
y'all
at
was
it.
being mean to my son, but y'all really helped us.
Oh no, I would have called Amazon. I would have got some of his ass.
It's blocked.
They blocked the information.
All the information is blocked. Is anonymous. They cannot find. Well, the higher authorities. I took it to the higher authorities, but we call Amazon, and they don't. All the information is blocked.
How?
So it was purposely done.
Thank you.
But we're gonna use it for some good.
Wherever there's a will, there's a way.
Use it
Say
for
it
some
again. Say it again. And it pissed us off because we got 2 kids.
Right.
Y'all been following Ny'Leek's story. Whoever sent it, they knew they following Ny'Leek's story.
Right.
So they know Ny'Leek got a big brother.
Right.
Where was his at?
Right. Yeah.
I don't exclude my son. We got a P.O. box.
Right.
It's 804 Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19104.
Right.
Is the P.O. box information. That's where we get gifts at for our children. Never come to our crib. We don't give out our address. Right. So for y'all to have our address and send us things, that was crazy. Yeah. But next time, send something for his big brother too.
Right. If you gonna send some stuff.
Yeah.
You common sense, like you don't gotta block your information and stuff like that there, because at the end of the day, I mean,
God take care of his babies and his foods, and we are part of his babies. So he gonna take care of the foolish nonsense that's going on.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
But I want everybody to be at this awareness carnival, June the 14th. It's from 1 to 6. It's gonna be face painting. It's gonna be cotton candy. It's gonna be
all positive vibes.
That right there. Right. It's gonna be all positive vibes. Right. It's going to be chicken, fish, turkey wings. I know everybody like to eat. Right. But it's mainly for the kids. So it's going to be kid friendly. You know, if you can think about snacks that kids would like, it's going to be there. Think about a carnival and we're going to have a good time.
A special guest?
Oh, It's gonna be a couple special guests.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm gonna have education on what happened to our son. It's gonna be special people to talk about
it.
what happened to our son.
Right.
Be there, y'all.
Yeah.
Let everybody know to be there.
Yeah,
It's going to be at Memorials Park.
Right.
If you can't be there, pass the word.
Pass the word.
Right.
Positive vibes.
Be on live. It will be on live, but it's nothing like being there. It's nothing like being there. Y'all been seeing us. Y'all been seeing how me and Dad been staying strong. Come out here and see how we really perform.
Right.
See how we really perform in a tragedy.
Right.
Because we went through something major and we giving back to the community.
Absolutely.
Raising money at the same time for our son.
Yes.
Y'all want to be there.
I thank you for taking the time out to come here. I know it's not easy to talk about it. I know it's not easy to relive it, the pain. But this is something you have to deal with for the rest of your life. The rest of his life, the rest of Nadir's life. I'm here if you need anything. And I mean that, right? You have my number. Dad, I give you my number when we're off air. However I can help, right? You call me. If I can't do it, I know somebody that can, right? And so on and so forth. If I call them and I tell them, no, I'm calling you, I need you to help this family, it's going to happen, right? That's how we work here, right? We're Chester strong, right? Tragedy. We don't like each other today. That don't mean we won't stick together tomorrow.
Hey, I watched it.
Right.
I'm living it.
Right. So I thank you for your time, right? And understand, man. Chester, I need you to come out June 14th. This carnival is an opportunity for you to come out and meet the family, come out and have some fun, come out and learn some things about traffic safety, about spinal cord injuries. She already said we are a community, and I tell y'all this so much, right? That's why I love my city so much, right? We go through ups, we go through downs, but when someone comes at our family, whoever they are, if they're in the city of Chester, we support, we stand up. So June 14th, come to Memorial Park. What time is it starting?
It started at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Come out. If you want to volunteer, that means get there at 10.
Yep, we'll be
Right.
out there at 9.
Come on out there. Come out and help this family.
I want to thank everybody.
Man, help this family like the way we help families, bro. This is what we do. Right? Nobody. It's hard. I know it is. I can only imagine how heavy it is to carry this. But they love their son. They love both of their sons. How many sons you got?
I have 2.
You have 2? They love all of their children.
And we have 2 together.
Right.
But we have 6 all together.
6 all together. They love their children. Come out, support this family. Let's get it done. It's cmpradio.net. It's your boy Uncle P, man. Thank you. We're trying to raise hope. We're trying to raise money to help Ny'Leek and his future endeavors. Like I said earlier, right? Because God takes one thing away doesn't mean he doesn't heighten all the other senses, right? Called his brother Dairy for a reason. He thinks it's just his name. No, I said, you don't like milk? And they say he don't eat chocolate, right? It all works. So he's inside, right? And if he can't move his arms, he can still use his head. He can still use his brain. And you never know.
He's smart.
You never know what comes from that. So support, family support. Come out, get tickets, bring your kids out. Let's have some fun. Let's be a community again, right? cmpradio.net, man. It's your boy Uncle P, man. I want all of y'all to have a safe night. And remember, I love you on purpose. That's not it. That's not what I want. I don't want that. No, I thought that was my R&B show. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's better. Peace.